Howdy folks, it's me, Manic coming to you from the bunker system. You know, we share things we get in the mail, so today I'm going to share something I got in the mail yesterday of interest, and here it is. Now you're saying, what is this, Manic Mart? Is it a toy? No, it's not a toy. It's an important thing that I need for my wheelbarrow, because everything that I have that has a pneumatic tire, like garden carts, wheelbarrows, anything that I can replace a tire on with a run flat tire, which is what this is. Basically a foam filled tire. I'll do it. They're stiffer. They don't, you know, ride over the ground like pneumatic air filled tires, but they don't go flat in the middle of while you're trying to move a big pile of wood. You know what I'm saying? So. But I got this out of the box and I hadn't put it on yet because I noticed on the side of the tire it's imprinted, and I don't know if you can see that, it says not for highway use. So the first thing that came to my mind was that who would put this, how would you, how in the world what would you be doing with this on a highway? I mean, it's like I had this idea of somebody like putting it on a car. You couldn't even put it on a car. It wouldn't. It's just got the hole. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't put it on a car. Then I'm thinking, well, if you had a wheelbarrow, would you take your wheelbarrow out on the highway? That got me thinking about this other thing that I did today, and it's a list. It's called the 10 Things I Like to Do Before I Die. You know, and if I Googled that, I probably would have found a million lists. It's been done a million times. But for some reason, it was just stuck in my head that this was the thing I wanted to do today, was write this list. If you would like to leave a list of the 10 things you'd like to do before you die, as a response to this video, please do so. I think it would be highly interesting. The first thing on my list is I would like to create an interesting list of things to do, a list of things that I may actually do that would be within my physical, mental, and budgetary grasp. And I think that's the first thing on your list of things to do, is actually create a list of things that you can actually maybe do in your lifetime, or what's left of your life. And if you're younger, you know, it's doing a list like this would mean more, because you're still running on, you know, with a certain sense of hope that, you know, you may actually, you know, be able to accomplish something in your life and do some things. Or that you'll get lucky. I have no idea. With me, I'm over 54. You know, the window's narrowing. The hope window is not as open, as wide as it used to be. Okay, so I'm thinking, like, well, what could I do that would be in my grasp? And my second thing I'd like to do before I die is charge a machine gun nest. I don't think I'm going to do that. But it's possible. It's possible I could do that, because if there's a huge, horrible war, just being over 50 doesn't matter. And I might actually be able to charge a machine gun nest. But why would anybody like to do that? I think it's the adrenaline rush. You know, throwing yourself into the face of death, and you would at least have that like momentary rush of it. I don't know. It just appeals to me. I can't psychoanalyze everything on my list as I go through it. Number 3, drive my wheelbarrow down I-75. Yes, this is what started the list, was this wheelbarrow wheel. So I'd like to drive my wheelbarrow down I-75 against traffic in rush hour, and just to irritate people while on my cell phone. Number 4 on my list is to be happy for an entire day. I would like to be happy for an entire day, or maybe 12 hours. 6 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Come on, give me 2 hours, all right? Number 5, I would like to find a piece of music Martin Denny, one of the kingpins of Exotica, wrote in his own handwriting, autographed, at a thrift store, inside a copy of Jet Lady. Look her up online on Half Price Day. That's right. And not only on Half Price Day, but I get to use my seniors discount. Number 6, Spontaneously combust. Yes, indeed, I'd like to spontaneously combust one time before I die. And I would like, I would like to qualify that by saying I would like to be able to spontaneously combust at the moment of my choosing. Like, you know, if you get into that last horrible, like frustrating argument with your wife, and there just doesn't appear to be any solution, it's just the end. And then you could just say, fuck it, and spontaneously combust and win. Number 7, I like to meet an alien life form and have my cranium pierced and my brain sucked out in awful searing pain, akin to being duct taped naked to a roll of razor wire while having my genitals. I think we could strike number 7 out. Number 7. I did that. That's just silliness. It's just silliness. I just put that in there to be silly. Meeting an alien life form would be highly interesting, and it would be like charging. It would be worse than charging a machine gun nest, I think, as far as the adrenaline, because you would OD on all that extraterrestrial crap that you would see. You know, like shape-shifting rooms and you know, hybrid babies. And it would just, I don't think it would be, you think it would be exciting, but maybe if you could like see a hybrid baby in your basement, you know, in the context of, you know, your own environment, you could probably deal with it mentally. But I think that goes back to the things that I wouldn't be able to do mentally, within my mental grasp. I wouldn't be able to grasp that, so I'll probably have to cut out number 7 completely. Number 8. Number 8. Create room temperature conductivity with common items found underneath the kitchen sink. Or, in my case, my kitchen sink. I don't know what your kitchen sink looks like, the cabinet under it, but if you open mine, stuff falls out like Fibber McGee's closet. I mean, it's just, nothing. They're bottles. Why don't they make bottles that are square? So you can stack this stuff, you know? And it's amazing how many, I mean, like cleaning solutions are probably almost all alike, right? They just have different coloring, like one's blue and one's yellow and one's red. But you have one of each, they're all stacked up down there, like sideways with brushes and rags and sponges and dog shampoo and scrubbing compounds. And see, I was thinking when I wrote this list that if it's possible for me to discover something without really putting any energy into it, that would make me a lot of money, like super room conductivity, room temperature conductivity. If I could create that without expending a lot of energy, and make a big pile of money, then maybe I could upgrade my frickin' list here. You know what I'm saying? Number 9, realize one final time that it don't mean nothing, and that the resulting depression caused by that realization don't mean nothing either. Oh, man. And last but not least, I would like to encapsulate myself in a translucent red crystalline block, which renews itself by feeding off the subatomic energy of whatever material it comes in contact with. The block supports life functions and bends time so that 1,000 years seem like a day suspended in a dreamlike state. From my impenetrable and eternal perch, I would be able to watch mankind slowly evolve into superior beings of light and love. Light. That ain't never gonna happen, I'm telling you right now. that I swear to God, I'm not making this up, that mankind is evolving and becoming more aware, quote unquote, of themselves, and evolving into creatures more sympathetic, more rational, more sensitive creatures. What a load of crap. But I always had this dream that it would be kind of cool, like to be impervious to everything around you and be able to just watch things like from this block. And you know, it would suck. It would suck. What would happen is in the future, somebody would be digging a mine and they'd find this big open cave, and you'd be in it, like in your translucent. This is like that idea for a movie I've got. And this translucent block, and you can kind of see that there's a shape in there, and they can kind of figure out that the block has been sucking energy out of things, like it's like sunk down into the earth, very extremely slow. It's eons old, okay, and it replaces its energy by sucking it from out of the subatomic particle energy structure of whatever's around it, like rock. So it's gone down into the earth, right? And they bring it up and they put it in a museum, and there's this interaction between the translucent red block, this thing, and they can't get into it. They can't see what it is, but this like kind of like shape. You know, you kind of see that there's this humanoid figure in it, right? And but there's this. There has to be some kind of like Daryl Hannah. Daryl Hannah has to be in this, or some kind of really hot. Well, she's probably not hot anymore, but a new hot young actress, and she formed the bond with this thing on the inside, which is basically just like eons old. It doesn't digest time the same way, you know. So it has to become this metal. I need a scriptwriter to write the rest of it, because I really have no idea. I don't want it to be one of those movies. I'd rather it to be like you just imply this love thing. You don't actually have to do. That could be like that's probably what I would do later on, with just a handheld camera and somebody you find at the strip club down the street. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And remind myself, once the tire's on my wheelbarrow, not to take the goddamn thing out on the freeway. I don't know if it's possible for me to do that.